Last week, we didn't see a demo. We talked about releasing, which happened. So today is 1.3. We'll see the updates and we'll just do a status check. Orchard 1, nothing new. There are PRs, so next week we'll see the updates. Orchard core since last week. What do we have? This one. Oh, I will filter on main. This one, GraphiQL 170. Updated to net 603. Then this is the branch, which contains updating the package to the new translation files, which are in get, updating the versions to 1.3 for everything in the README, merge the branch, but in the meantime, prevent Visual Studio missing components warnings. So Gentili updated the vsconfig file such that when it's missing a component, in this case, there were extraneous components that are not required. So it was saying you don't have these components. You might need to install these components, but you don't need to, so you remove them. Fix missing permission checks and encodings. These are security fixes that were shipped as part of 1.3. So in this case, two major things. Some authorization checks were not done correctly on some controllers were missing. And SEO module would allow you to have two issues with the SEO module actually in terms of cross-site scripting. Not very critical issues because first you need to be an admin editor to be able to do that, and second, when you define SEO things for the front end, you might want to render any HTML, but now it's sanitized for CSS reasons. So what's happening is that the properties in the SEO part are now either encoded or, well, in this case, they are encoded in a way that you can use the shortcodes, but you can't type anything. So you can use shortcodes and then they will be encoded. These are for all the properties for like open graph, title, description, custom meta tags. So everything now is encoded. So you can't write any HTML you want, just what makes sense. And one special case is when you can't type JSON for the Google schema. Now it's not outputting anything, it's just validating that you provided a valid JSON document, at least, such that the JSON schema, the Google schema can be valid. That's all that. And the last thing with SEO is that when you create custom, oh, it's not SEO, so the shortcodes. When you create custom shortcodes, which might already be security sensitive in terms of permissions, so it shows that you need to be an advanced user to be able to create custom shortcodes. Now the usage, which is just some documentation, is sanitized such that you can't inject custom JavaScript code in the description of the shortcodes and try to hack people on the same admin page. So these are the security fixes that went in 1.3. Then Isham added support for proxy settings. and more importantly, a view. So the proxy settings were already published, but now there is a view to edit them in the admin instead of in the configuration. Update correct properties, so some content card were not displaying correctly because it was inverting two properties. Okay. So this was shipped. Update changelog. One thing that didn't ship correctly is that didn't we merge this thing? I believe we did. That's weird. So the documentation need to be check. If we go to how to guides, our template code generation. Template. Yes, so it's updated. I don't know where, but it's updated. So when you create projects or do any code generation with that, then you using the templates we provided, you correctly have to update the latest package, okay, from NuGet, like this one. And then, well, actually this one now is 1.40 star, we need to update that. And then, however, you need to add dash object version of 130, otherwise the file that will be generated will try to point to a 130 dash something, which is not available on NuGet, but on Cloudsmith. So for this release, not the next one, because we fixed the issue for the next release, you need to add dash object version 130. This is an example. Instead of .NET New OCCMS, like explained there, you need to add .NET New OCCMS dash the option version. Otherwise, your template won't compile, it won't find the correct packages. Same thing here. For every example, you need to add the specific object version in this case. Then, one updated all the versions, adding Jasmine. I'm recording. You are the only one with me, but I still started recording. So Lucina, it was updated. Markdig was updated. Release docs. Oh, that's the thing that I just showed. Explaining the thing here. Update this one. So updating the reason just to mention that 130 is the first version we shipped that dropped support for Net Core 3.1 and Net 5.0, which means Net 6 is required and is the only framework supported from 130. This is an LTS. You can install it since November. September is just a preview. And migrating your apps from 5.0 should be like no code change. From 3.1, there might be some things to update, but if you don't have custom modules with features that were broken in 5 or 6, then you just have to recompile and change your target framework to target Net 6.0. That should be updates, improvements to Monaco. This is an update to Monaco editor. Monaco loader, we are virtual folder. This is a fix such that it supports the tenants in the Monaco folder. I think that's an old issue. And updating the icons. That's it. Anything, Yasmin?
Not really. I was just looking if there was some demos or things like that.
I don't have anything. Mention 130, no demo for 130. Mention the security vulnerabilities. What else?
I can see on Gitter that some people are confused about how to use the dependency injector with tenants and things like that. Maybe we could ask Jean-Thierry to make some documentation about this. This is the only thing that I've seen last week, because there's one guy that is trying to use the content parts, and he's registering things differently than he should, and doesn't work for him.
That's weird. I'll check. That's weird because
Yeah, this is strange. I explained him, but we'll see.
Okay. Okay, so meeting is done.
Unless Dave has something to add.
Dave never adds anything.
I am very late today.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, next week you'll be on time because you will also switch to the new time. So we'll all be synchronized again.
I'm pretty sure that's why people didn't show up.
Oh yeah, that always happened.
Yeah.
And I mentioned last week, but I forgot to tweet. So I just tweeted.
Yeah.
All good. Thanks everyone for joining me.
Thanks.
All right, guys.
Next week.